D-Man, first of all, bro, disappointing night for Newcastle. Really didn't get started until late on. Give us your thoughts, bro.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, disappointing result. I thought going into the game, I was confident. I thought we could get the win, given how we performed against PSG and the form that we was in since then. And I just think, well, first of all, fair play to Dortmund. I think, over the course of the game, they deserved the result. I think too many individuals didn't perform tonight. I think only maybe Gordon and Bruno, to some certain extent, they can hold their heads high. But I know we hit the woodwork twice. We went close. Wilson should have put one away. I just think the performance was too flat. Like I said, we didn't get going. I think the Isak injury really changed things. Eddie had to change his game plan early on. I think hopefully that's not too serious. I know Murphy's gone off injured as well. Positive to see Willett back after such a long layoff. But to a man, I mean, it was just flat. They wasn't offering nothing in the first half. I know Gordon had a couple opportunities, but Pope had to put off that great double save early on. And I think that just from there, I could sense the goal coming. Well worked goal as well. But Gordon, he got on one of his runs and good tackle, but I think experience, you laid it off. You laid it off and they were calling for a foul. I don't know why. That was a very good tackle. Good finish as well. It just makes things, it puts a whole new spin on the group. Because now we're third. Got to go away to Dortmund, which I'm not too confident about. Away to PSG. It's looking a bit ominous at the moment, but we're still in it. On another day, maybe we've got a point,
You certainly are. And look, I think Dortmund, they played, I tweeted and said outclassed Newcastle. And I suppose everybody views that from a different stamp. A lot of people would go, well, they didn't have more of the ball, therefore they couldn't outclass them. My interpretation of that is just they had a game plan that came off. It was narrow win, but it just worked well, and they absorbed and they countered well. And you hit the post 2 or 3 times in the game. But I just, what I said at the top of the video, D-Man, it all felt a little bit too much, too little, too late from Newcastle in the end. And I think this is where, and I know you've always been a Newcastle fan like this is where you're still such a fledgling team in terms of this development under the Saudi ownership, under Eddie Howe, that I think sometimes people think of you in a wrong way, in my opinion, that you've been at the top of the table now. You've been in the Champions League 4, 5, 6 years, and you've gained this experience. It's going to take a while. I thought Anthony Gordon was really good tonight. I thought Wilson was good when he came on, but you also saw the inexperience in the Champions League at times as well, if that makes sense.
An experienced striker puts that away. The chance that Wilson had, he really snatched at it, and I thought he should have done better with that, to be fair. But like I said, Gordon played well. Wilson to a degree, Bruno, but it was the inexperience. I think Dortmund showed their Champions League experience tonight. Like I said, they stuck to their game plan, and once they got their goal, I just knew they'd see it out. I think we could play another 90 minutes if we wouldn't score. It's a shame, but their centre backs played very well as well. I just think, given the fact how we played against PSG, but to be fair, everything went our way against PSG, and I knew we'd have to dig in to get a result today. But I just thought we'd offer a little bit more, given the form that we were in. It's just too flat for my liking. We just couldn't see it. There was no creative spark at all. And I thought probably Trippier's one of his worst games that he's had for us for a long time. And it's just, I don't know.
I hear you, mate. I hear you. It's one of those tough ones because you know what went wrong, but you also know where you are as a club and what you're developing into. And Newcastle fans are not about to throw the baby out with the bathwater and go crazy. And, I think Isak going off didn't help as well. He looked very, very dangerous. He had that bit between his teeth up against his old team. And it'll be interesting to see. Is there any word of what that is? Was it a hamstring or something?
I'm not sure.
No word yet.
Yeah, no word just yet. I ain't seen Eddie Howe's interview, so I don't know what he said about it, but he didn't look comfortable. So I think he'll be up for a couple games.
Didn't look so great. Hamza's with us here as well. Another, in the end, a comfortable win, but a bit of a dicey first half in terms of putting the ball in the back of the net. But in the second half, Akanji and a brace from the brilliant and the effervescent Erling Haaland gives you another 3 points in the Champions League, mate.
Yeah, fantastic performance. Young boys are the Swiss champions last season. In the Champions League, you can't take anyone lightly. We came to that game quite confident. We already had got 2-hour wins. We dominated the game. We had 68% possession. The XG we had, I think, 3.97. According to them, they had 0.47. We had total shots of 26. They had 4 shots on target. It was an easy game. I think City were very comfortable. Okay, they caused a little scare, but I think City were too experienced for this game. We're used to playing in the Champions League now at the stage. We know how to play teams like this, small teams like Young Boys. We're not here for shockers. We come there and we just beat teams quite comfortably. I'm not being arrogant, but City have got winners now. And our experience showed it today, the why we won the Champions League. And today, I think our performance was impeccable to go 9 points, 3 games out of 3 games, battered Leipzig, battered Young Boys, and beat comfortably Belgrade. Performance was outstanding. And I think we could have scored more. Could have been 4, 5-1, 6-1. But I think we just took off our gas. And you're talking about that decision about the handball. I think from the other angle, it hits his chest. The refereeing and the standards of refereeing in the UEFA Champions League is elite, is way elite. They've got the technology to look at it very closely. And I think they knew straight away that was not a handball because the way he hit him, it wasn't at all. So I think the performance showed that we're ready. Your boys are scared on Sunday. You look scared. You're looking for excuses already, Terry. Get ready for Sunday. Get ready. Your guys are going to get beaten.
Okay. What excuses am I looking for? What have I said that's an excuse about Man City beating Man United on Sunday?
You're trying to downplay us like from this game. Is because you know we're coming for you on Sunday. 3 games to go.
Where did I downplay you? What did I say that's downplaying?
The excuse about the handball.
So again, you weren't backstage when I started. I spoke about how you deserved it. I said I still think you'd have won the game even if it was given. And I very, very clearly 3 times in when I spoke, Hamza stated this isn't about attacking Man City. City did nothing wrong. It's about us calling out the inconsistencies of decisions. By this same logic, if Man United beat you at the weekend with a dodgy decision, I assume you're not then going to complain about it.
Yeah, but this one, I think it was a correct decision by the referee. The technology, they looked at it very closely.
So what actually happened? I didn't see it. What actually
the first one he hit him. He hit.
So I mean, Jack Grealish controls the ball, and he miscontrols it, and the ball's going to fly over his head, and his arm's up already. He didn't move his arm to the ball, but he's going to lose control of the ball after a bad bit of control, and the ball then hits his arm, and then comes back in front of him, and he volleys it clear. And in my opinion, if you miscontrol a ball and it hits an arm that's in a completely unnatural, well, not unnatural position, because I think that's a wrong phrasing, completely outside the silhouette of your body, and you maintain possession and an advantage, it should be disallowed. The referees agree with me because 10 minutes later, they disallowed a goal for City where Grealish miscontrolled the ball and it accidentally hit his arm. He maintained possession and they went on to score. So it's
first one, Terry, it was here. It was completely here. It didn't hit him anywhere here. So that's any below the elbow, I've agreed. But above the elbow there, it doesn't go.
Yeah, I mean, I can't show the footage because I'll get a copyright strike. But I'm just looking at it again now. It's nearer his hand than it is his shoulder. It's like basically forearm. But I don't know. Maybe I need my eye.
If you look at it in the other angle, initially I thought that it's a penalty, but they kept replaying it, and I looked at it, and it was simply that's why they waved it completely straight away.
Oh, okay.
From the other angle, it looked clearly from the other. So I think clearly we beat them fairly. We could have beaten them more.
No, I think you would have, mate, as I said, I'm not playing you down. I still think 100%. I still think you were going to win the game. But as I've said on many streams, we should still call out these poor decisions, irrespective of the result. Because if you don't, all you're having is enabling poor decisions in the future that are going to impact you. And on the game this weekend, I'm not downplaying City. I think you're the best team in the world. It depends on what people nowadays consider me saying you're a better team than us. We've got too many injuries and we haven't clicked there yet this season. That's why I'm not confident of beating you. Some people would say that's an excuse. I don't think that's an excuse. I think it's a reasoning. I'm not playing it down. Am I fearful of Man City? Of course I am. You're the best team in the world, and we're nowhere near as good as we have been under Ten Hag, let alone to compete with you. So to beat you at the weekend would be an amazing achievement by Man United. And it would also be a bitterly disappointing result for you because you are so superior to us. So, you know, and listen, if we beat you at the weekend and we sit only 3 points behind you in the league after how bad we are, I think there's more to be embarrassed about as a City fan than there is a Man United one. Wouldn't you agree, based on what you're saying?
Yeah, absolutely. I think you're under pressure. Your fans are split. You're scared. You're nervous. You know that if City do come there and we beat you, it'll be an embarrassing. I think we're expecting to win this game. We need to absolutely seal it in
Is
United.
it embarrassing if you're expected to win?
Wait, no. I think United, they're under huge pressure from the way the manager goes to every game and the way they're playing. They're just scraping wins against Copenhagen, Sheffield United, and they're relying on players like Maguire, McTominay to take them trouble. It's not a team I'm scared of. But if we do beat them, my God, it'll be United will be under huge pressure significantly. They're at home. They expect their fan base would expect to come out and show respect and play football. This is the great Man United, not to come out there scared. But in reality, I know all their fan base are scared because if we beat them, it nails it completely of how we are way superior to them.
But we know you're. Hang on. Stop. I need to stop you. We know you're superior to us right now. There isn't a forget someone who doesn't use their real name or face on Twitter. There is no Man United fan on planet Earth who doesn't know that you're a superior football team to us right now. Of course, we're fearful of losing to you because we know you are better than us. However, you're expected to win. You're the favorites for this game based on that very fact. So, yes, if you smash us 5-6, 7-0, it's embarrassing. But you not beating us surely has to be more embarrassing if you're that much superior to us. I don't see what I feel like you're doing here is speaking out of both sides of your mouth. It's almost we can't win. We're awful. We're crap compared to you. And therefore, if we don't beat you, it's embarrassing. The overall state of the club is always embarrassing. But in terms of the individual result, how can the pressure be on us if you're the outright favorites?
But I'm saying from Man United being at home, the way they've been performing, a lot of their fan base expect, something called respect, fighting for the badge, and they would expect all their players to turn up there and win against the greatest rival, the biggest rival.
Again, I want to be ruthless about this. Forget what fans want to happen, because I want a lot of things that I can't have. Are Man United, in your opinion, the favourites on Saturday?
No, you're not. Sorry. We're favourites.
So you're the favourites, and you're a better team than us.
We're a better team than you, 100%.
So you're 100% better team. You're the favourites. So how can you claim that it would be embarrassing for Man United to not win?
I think it's because of this great Man United that they talk about being great.
Are we this great Man United anymore?
Nope.
So what again? So answer D-Man's question. If we're not the great Man United and you're superior to us in every way and you're the favourites at Old Trafford, you're talking about us losing to you being embarrassing as though we're playing West Brom at home and losing. And that's, again, you can't be the superior dominant top dog and also play the underdog at the same time. You either one or the other in sport.
A derby, I take everyone seriously. Yeah. You expect yourself as a derby to win that game.
Okay, sorry, let me stop you. So what I'm hearing is, as a derby match, you think that equals it, and on Sunday we're equal to you because it's a derby. So on Sunday you're not superior to Man United.
Yeah, because I remember.
Why didn't you say that in the first place?
I'll tell you what, Terry. I seen you coming to a derby against us in 2004, 14th of March. Yeah, where we beat you 3 or 4-1 with Sean Gore. You guys were favorites, but we expected our team to win. We're still because it's a derby. It's something that you have to play with passion. I know what you're trying to say. You expected for you guys, even if you lose, Terry, you have to agree it's embarrassing. It's a derby. There's something called self-respect.
No, he wants his team to win. You can't expect them to win.
And this is what I say has gone wrong with modern day football fans. What I want and what I expect based on where we are in reality are different things. Me and Lee Gunner must have this fight 20 times a year. Like we do 52 shows a year. So I reckon about 26 times a year we have this fight where he says your standards are too low. I don't expect my son who's 3 years old, to beat a 10-year-old in a race. I'd love him to, though. But I just know at this moment in time where we are, where he is, he's not going to do that. I want to beat Man City. What I expect in the game is for us to not lose our heads if it goes wrong. I expect us to fight for every blade of glass. I expect us to try our hardest. I expect us to try and make this game competitive. Do I want to win? Yes, but you're a better team than us. Now, some people say that's not backing your football club. In my opinion, that's me not being delusional. And the irony in this is you've come on here and said, I'm playing you down. It's the other way around up until you realize, oh, damn, I can't be the underdog and the dominant force at the same time. So you're now saying that derbies make it equal. And maybe it does slightly. But listen, it's going to be an interesting game on Sunday. I want to win. I'll be disappointed if we don't from a fan perspective. But am I expecting to beat you right now? No, because we can't string more than 3 passes together. And midfield is being run through. We've got problems all over the pitch. I know we're in trouble. But the one thing I haven't done at any point is play down City. Calling you the best team in the world and one of the greatest English teams of all time, which I do on a regular basis, again, is the antithesis of playing you down. I get like I'm not one of those Twitter people, man. I'm not out here like you're this. Even when it comes to, I mean, I did joke on Twitter today and said that if Everton are getting a 12-point deduction for one breach, I did tweet you guys are going to end up at Hackney Marshes. But again, football, the world's dead now. People don't even take that as a joke. By the way, I've just watched the footage back of Jack Grealish. The ball goes nowhere near his chest. Like, it's not even, it literally, I just watched it again here. I wish I could play it. I'm going to show it to you. I'm actually going to show it to you boys when we finish the stream afterwards. But yeah, it's nowhere near his chest. It's an absolute stone wall. I've got some super chats here, boys. First one.